Vector space and subspace. So before knowing vector space, you need to know two things. Number one is binary operation. You already know it. Binary operation means it's a mapping from S cross S to S. And the next one is called external mapping or external composition. It is a mapping from, suppose, two set U and S, then it's a mapping F from U cross S to S. That means the element U comma S is mapping to the element U comma S, suppose U plus S or anything, whichever it must belongs to S. Then this is said to be an external composition, that is it's a mapping from U cross S to S. Then we will say it's an external composition of U with S. Okay. Now the definition of a vector space. Suppose we have V, a non-empty set, and plus a binary operation defined on V. That means plus is actually a mapping from V cross V to V, and dot, we encircle it just to make it that it is not always general multiplication or general addition. It could be addition of two matrices, it could be addition of two real numbers or anything. So this is why we make it encircled. And then dot is an external composition of F with V, where what is F? F is a field. You know the definition of field, that F is a field. That means actually dot becomes a mapping from F cross V to V, right? So then V comma plus comma dot is said to be a vector space over the field F, vector space over the field F, if it satisfies total 10 conditions. Number 1, A plus beta, alpha plus beta belongs to V for all alpha comma beta belongs to V. That means whenever you will get two elements of V, alpha and beta, their summation will also belongs to V. Number 2, alpha plus beta equals beta plus alpha for all alpha comma beta belongs to V. Number 3, alpha plus beta plus gamma equals alpha plus beta plus gamma for all alpha beta gamma belongs to V. Number 4, there exists an element theta belongs to V such that alpha plus theta equals alpha for all alpha belongs to V. Number 5, for each alpha belongs to V, there exists some element minus alpha belongs to V such that alpha plus that minus alpha will become theta. These 5 conditions plus another more 5 conditions, which are number starting from 6, that C dot alpha will belongs to V for all alpha belongs to V and that C belongs to F. Number 7, C dot D dot alpha equals C dot D dot alpha. Next, C dot alpha plus beta equals C dot alpha plus C dot beta. Next, number 9 actually, C plus D dot alpha equals C dot alpha plus D dot alpha for all C comma D belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. And the last one is 10th one is 1 dot alpha equals alpha, where what is 1? 1 called the identity element in F. Now identity means obviously the multiplicative identity which we have discussed in the definition of F. Okay, so if a non-empty set V together with two operations plus comma dot, plus was binary operation, dot was external operation. If V together with plus comma dot satisfying all these total 10 conditions over a field F, then we will say that V is a vector space over the field F. Okay, So whenever you are saying vector space, there must be one field, otherwise it cannot be defined. So whenever you are saying vector space, obviously the next line would be over F or over R or anything, any kind of field. So if V satisfying all these total 10 conditions, then it is said to be a vector space over the field F. And the elements of V, they are called vectors. They are called vectors. And the elements of F, they are called scalars. All that C, D we taken throughout that conditions, these are called scalars. And all alpha, beta, gamma, these are called vectors because they are elements of V. Okay. For example, we can choose V equals R. Then this will form a vector space over the field R. Here F equals to R also and V equals to R also. If you can easily check that R is satisfying all that total 10 conditions over the field R. So R is a vector space over the field R, and this is called real vector space. Okay. Similarly, we can choose R to the power n. R to the power n means a1, a2, ... an. Such type of elements. That is n tuple elements where each of the elements are real numbers. This is called R to the power n. This also forms a vector space over the real number field R. Okay, this is another example of vector space, real vector space, obviously, because we are defining over the field R. Next, we can take Rm cross n. That means all m by n matrices over real numbers. This also forms a vector space over the same field real number system. Here addition we will choose the addition of two matrix, and for multiplication we will choose the multiplication of two matrix by that usual order. How you all know how to add two matrix or how to make product of two matrices. So this is how we define addition and multiplication here. Then Rm cross n, this will form a vector space over the real number field R.